Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 18 of Civilization 5 as Russia. We're in a little bit of a bind because the game has seen fit to hardly give me any strategic resources in this campaign. Which is making things a little bit difficult because I don't have any aluminium, and that's a problem for a couple of reasons. First of all, I'd love to be able to build some hydroplants because we have a lot of river tiles, and building hydroplants would give us a lot of extra production in the 3 cities that we have. But nobody actually has any aluminium to sell, so I'm trying to change my science order so that hopefully we can grab ourselves a few recycling centres and get some aluminium that way. But I will need to sort of keep my eye on the other civilizations. If anybody does have any aluminium up for sale at some point, then I will try and buy it off them as quickly as I can. We're not going to need much, because when you're building spaceship parts, you do get the aluminium back as you build the parts, but that's certainly going to slow us down a little bit, which I do not like. My main concern at the moment is trying to get satellites finished before anybody else, and hopefully manage to build the Hubble Space Telescope, simply because it'll give me a free spaceship factory and 2 free great scientists, which will be really, really useful for us. We are trying to faith by a great engineer. I don't think that's going to really do anything. I don't know how long it's actually going to take us to build the Hubble Space Telescope, so we'll actually have to have a look. Not even sure which is my highest production city, to be honest. 43... In fact, my highest production city is actually Githyonia, not Moscow. Moscow probably would be my highest production city if I were able to build a hydroplant there. So, Wilsonia, you... Are you working a crappy food tile? So if you don't work that food tile, then you stagnate, which is really annoying. Because I'd love to be able to work this. And the sooner we get that hospital, the sooner we get 5 food. 7 turns. Going to be 7 turns either way. Might as well just keep working the 2 food tile then. Not really ideal. Not the greatest of cities. But we shall carry on. So, Polynesia and Indonesia have made peace. The 2 people that I'm friendly with and don't have research agreements with don't have enough money, and I'm not going to give them a loan just to get one, because we are going to have to save our money up. What are we doing in terms of tech, actually? We're on 63 to Netherlands 61. We are now the tech leader. The only one who's anywhere close to us is the Netherlands. So, providing we actually stop getting research agreements with them, we should be okay. Okay, so we're now working this tile, which is not a great tile. It needs something else building on it. We're starting to work all of the useful tiles. So we will have to get a worker up there onto that tile at some point. You guys, though, I would like you to get a mine. Once the hospital's finished, we'll have a little bit of extra food coming in here, so that's going to help. 4 turns until we get satellites. 15 turns for the next great scientist. Happiness is good. Science output's not bad. Culture's still pretty terrible. But there's never usually anything strange about that. Have the Netherlands peaced out with Spain? No, they haven't. They haven't peaced out with Spain, yet somehow they've failed to take Ur. That's because Ur is now allied with Persia. Good. That means that the Netherlands won't end up with another city, which is good as far as I'm concerned. We're working on this museum. We'll carry on working on that museum until satellites finishes, and hopefully I will remember to sort that out. Right, you guys go up there. Not too sure what we're going to build there yet. We might just actually, I don't know, try and get some production. We'll have to see. You were going to Groningen. You might as well continue. Try and get some decent money coming in now, because we'll probably want to buy things like recycling centres and hydro plants and stuff like that wherever possible, especially in Moscow. I definitely want to try and buy a hydro plant here, because look at this, we've got, I don't know how many tiles this is working, but there's do we want to continue buying wine from you? You have aluminium. I will accept that. I want to buy some aluminium from you. We'll do that very shortly. If he'll sell me the aluminium, because he's got loads. We could even probably try and get a declaration of friendship with him. let's go and have a look. You have aluminium. If I wanted, for example, 4, you will swap it for iron. You will straight up swap aluminium for iron. Go for it, dude. Right, that is really good. Because what that now means is if we go to Moscow, we can just straight up purchase hydro plant. It's a lot of money, but we've got 43.2 production. We now have 52.8. So every single tile that is on a river gives us an extra 1 production. And we don't have enough money yet to get one in Githyonia. I also want to get one down here in Wilsonia. Although this only has 1, 2, 3... Does that count as a river tile? Plains River. Yeah, that one does. So it has 1, 2, 3... Get out of my way, I'm trying to count. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5... Possibly 5 tiles for Wilsonia with a hydro plant that it can reach. So not fantastic. Certainly Githyonia will benefit from having one. So I do definitely want to get one going there. Gold per turn to Isabella. Isabella provided spices to us. And Isabella provided copper to us. I guess we don't need those particular things. Our cities want crab, ivory and silk. We don't get happiness from silk. Nobody has any of those things. So we'll probably just hang on to the money for now. Now then, what do I want to do with you guys? Do I want to build a trading post there? Or do we want to get a farm? You're actually growing quite well. I think we'll get a trading post. It's only 1 additional science, but that actually all adds up, especially when you've got an observatory. On the next turn, we will finish satellites, so then we'll start working on the Hubble Space Telescope. Yeah, these hydro plants are actually going to be really useful for us once we get them. Because obviously we don't have any uranium, and we'd need uranium in order to get ourselves nuclear plants anyway. Well, Sony is a few turns away from finishing its hospital. I see that Spain is coming in with a few carriers. There was at least one there that had an aircraft on it, so I guess they're bringing that over to... oh, I actually missed that pop-up. So, wow, Byzantium have actually captured a Spanish city. Very interesting. Now then, Netherlands, you are on 61 techs, I am on 63 techs, and I'm about to get satellites, which will put me on 64, so we are still pulling out ahead. There we go, we've now got satellites. The entire map is uncovered, so we've discovered... oh, King Solomon's Mines, nice. Who got King Solomon's Mines? A city-state, of course. It's nearly always a city-state that gets the good wonders. What about Kilimanjaro? Oh, Persia actually have that one, not a city-state. We've got yet another spy. Not too sure what we want to do with you. I think we just probably move you into a random... I guess we could try and spy on the Netherlands. It's probably not a smart idea. Let's go and have a look. Let's go and try and spy on Amsterdam and just see if we can steal any text from them. They might have some text that I don't. That is our scout, now completely redundant and out of a job. You'll probably find, if you actually look around the map now, you will probably find that there is not a single tile that has not been claimed. And it certainly looks like it on the map. I certainly can't see any islands. Every single little one... tile island has been claimed by somebody. I mean, obviously city-states start in place. There's the odd little tile that borders haven't popped to yet. But yeah, everything is absolutely taken up, which is ridiculous. So we might as well just go and disband this scout. So we now regain 3 gold per turn because we're not having to pay maintenance for him. Let's have a quick look over here, actually. Polynesia are actually doing quite well. Byzantium lasting a lot longer. Though, imagine their capital city's nicely nestled in the hills here. Spain are actually quite big. They've got their own little island down here as well. That's why they've been doing so well, because they've got an isolated start. Their start's completely isolated, not like mine, where I'm actually sharing an island with someone. So, oh, I actually forgot to start work on the Hubble Space Telescope. That was a error, so I'll have to make sure that I do that as soon as this turn ends. That's the most important thing right now. Spain definitely moving in with some carriers. I'm not sure what they've got on there. No, we don't need open borders. Don't want to do anything to make life easier for you. In fact, I wish I could wipe you out because you are my biggest threat in this campaign so far. World Congress, yada yada wibble. So, let's go in, and the Hubble Space Telescope is going to take 35 turns. That is a very long time. Can I do anything here to improve production? Well, yes, of course I can. So let's start working some good production tiles. We've got mines that we could be working on. If we start working that 4 food tile, and just go and put you on a mine. That takes it down to 32 turns. We can stop working that one. That's stagnation. But we can put you on that one. So you're not going to grow, but now we've got the thing down to 30 turns. If we were willing to give up working on one of the academies for a little while, we could probably squeeze a fair bit more. Or even actually just not working one of the specialist slots. So if I take you out of the specialist slot and put you into that mine, and take you out of the research lab and put you into, I guess one of these slots here. That's now got it down to 26 turns. I don't think we're going to do much better than that. Is there anything else I can build here that would improve our building speed? That's population growth, which isn't really needed. Hotel, yeah, that's not needed. So nothing here's really going to help. So we'll see if we can do that then. It's not an ideal setup, but we'll see how that works. Assign delegates, choose host. Now then, we have 6 votes, so we could vote somebody else in. Don't really want the Netherlands to stay in. Let's go and vote for Indonesia. Just so that we can have somebody else in. So we'll vote for Indonesia, they'll get in. And then that'll sort of weaken the Netherlands, not by a huge amount, but every little bit is going to help us. Do we have enough money to get ourselves another... What is it that we wanted to get? I've just forgotten the name of them. It's a hydro plant, isn't it? Oh, we can't build a hydro plant, can we? Because we're on a hill. Can't even build a factory because I don't have any coal. Let me just double check that about hydro plants. Because I really can't remember. A hydro plant... city must be built next to a river. Oh, so the city itself has to be built next to the river. Ah, there's the problem. So we can't actually get a hydro plant here. Well, at least we got one in Moscow. Means we can't get a hydro plant here either. Now, if we can buy some coal from somebody... You have coal. If I was to buy, say, 2 coal off you... How about I just give you 2 gold per turn? How about I give you 3 gold per turn? Okay, brilliant. So we've got a couple of coal there. So let's just go ahead here and buy a factory. And we could probably get factories here as well. We can't actually afford to get one. We've just spent all of our money. But if we can get a factory here, we can speed up the Hubble even more. Do I have anything else that I can sell? No. So we'll have to just grind on a little bit. Some of our deals will probably end soon. And we might be able to sell some additional stuff. Now, do we have a spare marble? We do not. Don't have anything spare right now. Hopefully some of these horses that we're selling will come back around soon. We are running out of research agreements now, it has to be said. There's definitely a couple more that we could do with. We are now on 64 technologies. William is on 61, so we are pulling out in front. We have sent a spy in. We're still establishing surveillance, so we don't know whether or not we can spy on him yet. If we're going to finish the Hubble Space Telescope in 25 turns or less, there's no point saving up for a great engineer. So we might as well carry on trying to get pagodas. Wilsonia has finished the hospital. Let's go ahead and hard build a factory over here. Might as well use them where we can. Now, you are still sort of growing, so we could potentially work some better production tiles. What if we were to move you out of that 2 food tile now and move you into the mine? There we go. That speeds things up quite considerably. Yep. I think that's probably about as well as we're going to do on there for now. Let's go on to the next turn then. I would still like to get a few more battleships. I'm not convinced anyone is going to declare war on me. I do have relatively good relationships with everybody at the moment. So that certainly helps. There we go. Polynesia became the leader, so they're going to be happy with us for a while. Now, we're still lacking a research agreement with both Theodora and with... I can never remember this. Well, it's not that I can't remember his name, it's I can never say it. Kamehameha. But he doesn't have enough money. Saying that, we don't have enough money either, and I'd sooner... Any money I get, I want to use to buy a factory... Friendly trade route plundered. That's one of Spain's or one of the Netherlands, not one of mine. So what I really want to do is save up enough money to be able to buy the factory in Moscow, because that should speed up our production here as well. I probably still want to get recycling centres, maybe. We're already working on ecology now, so we'll leave that, and then we'll go on to nuclear fission. We can get the nuclear plants. And then after that, I guess, really, it's just a case of going on to things like advanced ballistics, or maybe robotics, because we do want the spaceship factories, although we've got a lot of backfilling to do that. Advanced ballistics, then probably into nanotech. We might sort of fiddle these around a little bit as time comes closer. We can't steal from the Netherlands. William has embarked on a sneak attack against another civ. Okay, that's interesting. And some elections rigged. Very much doubt that we can do anything with these. 17% chance, 0% chance. Yerevan's already friendly. Let's move you out of Amsterdam then, and we will send you to... not a huge number of city-states left. Let's go to Colombo just to give you something to do. And we have a cargo ship here that is... apparently... Right, you were going to Ecbatana. There are some slightly better ones now. Now, do I actually want to send some extra production up here? Guess we don't really need to. So let's carry on just trying to get some gold. Allow us to build that factory as soon as we can. Caravan. Carry on going to Amsterdam. I don't like the fact that my caravans are giving the Netherlands science per turn, but what can you do? I'll just be happy if I win this campaign, because at least if I can play 2 Deity games in a row and win both of them, at least I know the last one wasn't a fluke. And I'm quite happy to admit that my play does require improvement, and it has been a little bit of a sloppy campaign. But I'm happy about it if I win for a couple of different reasons. First of all, it proves that you can actually win on Deity without having to go to war. And it'll prove to myself that it wasn't just a fluke, a one-off. So apparently we were selling some incense to Polynesia. Now we do have a declaration of friendship. He's not going to be able to buy it outright, unfortunately. He is willing to buy incense. Nobody else is. So how about I sell you that for your 263 gold, and I'll take another 3 gold per turn on top? 2 gold per turn on top. Oh, he's not willing to do that. 1 gold per turn? Okay, maybe we were a little bit undercut on that one, but we are getting enough money now to buy a factory. And while I'd love to get the factory in Wilsonia, we're actually hard building one anyway, the sooner we can get a factory over here in Moscow, we can probably shave a few more turns off the Hubble. But at least we've got the hydro plant here. We can build a nuclear plant in Githyonia. We can build a nuclear plant in Wilsonia. So things aren't going too terribly. 13 turns for a great scientist. And what happened there on that turn? Not an awful lot. Borders of Wilsonia grew to a tile that is less than useful. You guys have now finished that. That's wonderful. Why don't you go over here and build a farm? You guys still working on that trading post. That's taking you an awful long time. There's about 1 more tile over here within reach of Moscow that we could work. And a trading post, again, is probably not a terrible idea. Unless we want to put another academy down, but it's probably a little bit late now. Do we have spare incense? If we have spare incense, we've got a declaration of friendship. How about you give me 330 and 1 per turn? Is it 315 and 1 per turn? 310? There we go. Brilliant. So we're now up to 1,503. So when this turn ends, if we can go and click on Moscow, so 21 turns until the Hubble Space Telescope is finished, well 20 turns now. So let's go and I don't have any coal. I thought I was buying coal from somebody. How much do we need for the factory? 1430. Who has coal? William. Were you not selling me coal? I want 1 coal. How about I just give you the 17 gold? How about I give you 18 gold? 20 gold? He's probably not going to give me anything near what it's worth. 40, 45. Okay, how about I give you a gold per turn? 2 gold per turn. Brilliant. That's what I wanted. 1 coal from you. Right. So, 20 turns. If I go here now and purchase a factory, it is now down to 18 turns. It's only knocked 2 turns off, but every bit there's going to help. So, what do we want to get here? We can either get specialists consuming only half the amount of food is actually quite useful. Or, what we could do, which is the reason we went for exploration in the first place, is getting 3 production in coastal cities. Now, 3 production is not an awful lot, but you've also got to remember that that 3 production is then increased by various other bonuses in the cities. I think we need to go and grab that, really. And then the next one we'll get the one that reduces the amount of food that specialists consume. But getting that extra... I mean, it's only 6 extra production, but that's 6 base production. So we will get some more out of that. 10 turns until we get ecology. 11 turns until we get another great scientist. We should be able to stay ahead of the pack now in terms of tech. We're actually not even bottom of the score anymore now. We're actually beating Byzantium. Although Byzantium do only appear to have 2 cities remaining. There's ecology. We've actually just finished another research agreement. Looks like Constantinople might be falling. That research agreement was with William. Now, that's probably just given him another tech. Yeah, he's on 62. I don't really want to get another research agreement with William. I don't really want to help him along, to be honest. So we won't be doing that anytime soon. You were going to Ecbatana. Obviously, Taurus is going to give us slightly more gold. So we will go and trade with you. And that is all we can do on the turn. Just hoping that we get the Hubble Space Telescope. I should have actually checked before I moved my spy out what William was building. If anyone can beat me to it, it'll be William. Is he still at war with Spain? He is, so that might be slowing him down. It's going to be a little bit of a gamble. I'm really hoping we get it. It'll give us another 2 great scientists and that free spaceship factory, and that's really going to help out with things. But we'll have a look how that works out on the next video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Civilization 5 as Russia. I'll see you next time, and until then, goodbye for now.